and you'll heal and not have to go around with that 500-pound weight, that secret, everywhere you go. Connect, in short, connect with other people, and you will be far more successful in life. And in quitting smoking, it's no different. I want to talk now a little bit about smoking in, this is an ad I did on TV, I almost forgot. The truth.
Do you know what's in cigarettes? No. Because the last thing the tobacco companies want is for you to know how many poisonous chemicals there are in cigarettes. So they just don't tell you. Not on the pack, not in their ads. I'm Patrick Reynolds, the grandson of R.J. Reynolds. My family's name is printed on the side of 7 billion packs of cigarettes every year. Why am I telling you this? Because I want my family to be on the right side for a change.
And one of the reasons I do this work, not just because my dad died from smoking, but because I get to make a difference. I guess because I'm a Reynolds, and I've been able to, be in the local newspaper or on a local TV news interview and take the message, the tobacco-free message, to entire communities where I speak. So I get to make a difference, and it's an honor and a privilege to do this work. I'll do it as long as I live. Now, the states are not spending much money on tobacco prevention. We're not seeing state legislatures putting ads like that on television anymore. The entire state of Missouri this year, 2011, is spending only $60,000 on its tobacco prevention program. The Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta recommends that Missouri should be spending $73 million. Now we're taking in like around $250 million a year in tobacco taxes and other tobacco-generated revenue for the state. And they're spending like 0% of it almost on getting ads like that on TV. And we'll see 2 or 3 more ads like it as we move through my talk. I want to turn now to the movies. Anybody here not like the movies? Everybody likes movies. Okay. Well, let's talk about smoking and movies. Let's talk about the history of it. Hollywood glamorized smoking for many years. There's Humphrey Bogart. Lauren Bacall. Mr. James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause. It was one of his movies. An icon of the teenage years for many generations. And even Katy Perry. Look at the cigarette holder in her hand. And James Franco emulating the old Hollywood stars, but making smoking look cool to our kids. That is a betrayal. One of the things I'm going to do today is to initiate you into life. We're going to revive an ancient practice that was done all over the world thousands of years ago. They would initiate their young into adulthood, and I'm going to give you a little pre-initiation into life today. And one of the messages is, older people sometimes betray you. Our heroes sometimes betray us by setting a bad example. She doesn't smoke in Desperate Housewives, but yeah, she smokes in real life. And bad vampire. Bad. Setting a bad example. It's a betrayal, folks, on a serious note. How glamorous, Amy Winehouse. And no, Barry, you're not the Marlboro Man, and that's cool. But smoking isn't going to help you be more of a man. Cameron Diaz and others. So when you go to the movies, all I'm asking, I don't want to tell the movie makers they can't put smoking in movies, but they should portray it responsibly. Shame on the stars who don't. Julia Roberts, portraying a strong, independent woman in many films, was smoking in a couple of them. John Travolta smoked in almost every movie he made in the 1990s. When you were that high, okay? When you were that high, you remember. And we look up to our stars on the silver screen, and we idolize them. We want to be like them. And when they light a cigarette on camera, they are betraying our young. Shame. Shame on them. So I just want to open your eyes today as part of the initiation into life, this pre-initiation that I'm giving you today. Let's talk about tobacco advertising. Joe Camel. That was a cartoon camel, and gee, I wonder who cartoon characters would appeal to. Anybody not remember Joe Camel? Anybody have not seen the cartoon camel? Most of you remember the cartoon camel. And you were that high, and they said that 2 or 3-year-olds were as familiar with the cartoon camel as they were with Mickey Mouse. They portrayed him as strong, rebellious, sassy, just like a teenager, and he was making it look cool. They knew exactly what they were doing. Why did they target our children and our kids? And I want to, as part of the initiation today, let you know. 6 out of every 10 smokers start smoking before they're 14 years old. 9 out of every 10 smokers in the nation today became addicted before reaching their 19th birthday. Almost everybody starts before 19. If they don't get you by 19, they will not get you as customers. They will not get you as customers. And they know that, so they've gone after our kids in their own internal memos. And I want you to look into your hearts, be open in your hearts, and be in touch with how you feel today. How do you feel about the fact that they were using cartoon camels to target kids? When R.J. Reynolds executive wrote, we have to go after the 14 to 24-year-old age range, for they represent tomorrow's cigarette business. Oh boy, what a betrayal of our children that they targeted kids using these unscrupulous, outrageous, obscene methods. They showed the lie that you could be social with your buddies in a bar, smoking. The truth is, over half of the population in the United States has to go outside in a bar, and those laws are coming here to Missouri. And you will be with your friends in a bar one day when you're in college, whatever, and you'll say, if you're a smoker, I'm going to run outside, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And your friends will say, well, where's Joe going? Well, he smokes. Oh, man, he smokes? No, really? And Joe can't stop because he's addicted. So it's shameful. But this is the lie that the tobacco companies were telling our kids. So, smooth character, wrong. Let's tell the truth here and see one of those ads again. These are 2 ads. There's 2 of them here. Second ad.
People actually look like. Keep on them up, guys.
And again, next slide. They began using candy flavorings, coconut and lime, and referencing alcoholic beverages. And just go back. And we don't see those ads on television very much because the states aren't spending the money. We need them back. They are powerful. They even began now referencing alcoholic beverages, adding candy flavorings like lime and coconut to this tobacco, which is now outlawed. They forced them off the market. And even mint, toffee. Now, you tell me, who does candy appeal to? Kids, thank you. Yeah. It's outrageous. How do you feel about it, anybody? Any feelings out there in your heart? Sad. Anybody angry? Yeah. Angry, thank you. That's appropriate. Now, anger doesn't have to be a temper tantrum or rage. No, anger can be, I'm a little angry about that. Appropriate. Okay? Talk about your heart, your feelings, you will be heard. Bury. Now they even put taboo, mocha. They know that African Americans smoke more menthol, so they went after not just African Americans, but women. African American women. How do you women feel about that? I'd be angry and not happy about it. Ashamed that we even allow this kind of thing. What about that? A rapper and a DJ and a hip-hop artist on the cover of a pack of Kools? This is who you're buying your cigarettes from, folks. This is who you're spending your hard-earned money on and whose pockets you are fattening when you buy tobacco. That's the reality of tobacco marketing executives. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They only care about fattening the profits of their company. And hey kids, buy 2 packs of Kools and you get a free stick radio. You think 2 packs is enough to get the little tykes addicted, Joe? Well, why don't we give them 3 packs? No, man, we're giving them 2 packs. We're giving them a free stick radio. It's enough. They'll get hooked. I don't know that that conversation ever took place, but that's the mentality of a promotion like that. And it is outrageous. Mr. Reynolds, look, if tobacco advertising is so bad, how come they just don't ban it or take it off the market? I'm going to, as part of my initiation today, tell you. Our founding fathers, the first thing that they decided to change or amend was the First Amendment. And the First Amendment provided for freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means that if I want to, why, I can get up on this stage and I can tell you the sky is purple and the clouds are green. Now, I can't yell fire because there'll be a stampede and someone gets hurt. But free speech, as a private citizen, I get to tell you my truth. And it's a good thing. However, the same rules apply and the same freedoms are given to corporations at this time in our history. And yet, I believe, in my opinion, that advertising or corporate speech is much different than a guy who gets up here and says the sky is purple. People should tell the truth, and advertising like this does not tell the truth. But this is where we are, and so to empower you and to open your eyes to tobacco marketing, I want to do that today. I wonder if how many of you know that when you go into a convenience store, that the store gets paid every month for keeping the tobacco displays behind the counter. Now, when you were this high and that high, you went into convenience stores and the tobacco displays were on the front counter next to what? The candy, you remember. Now, why would they put cigarettes next to candy? How do you feel about it, folks? I'm angry about it. It is outrageous what they did. They placed them on the front counter, and when there was shoplifting or stealing, the tobacco company said, oh, don't worry, Mr. Shopkeeper, we will reimburse you for any stolen products. And so they didn't watch them too carefully, a lot of stores. And kids who stole were getting addicted. And did they plan it that way on purpose? I don't know. But it doesn't look good. Now you'll go into a club and you'll be seeing a mailer. They'll scan your driver's license after you're 21. Oh yeah, you want a $2.50 off a pack of Kool? $2.50 off, folks. And all we got to do is scan your driver's license. They capture your home address and all your data from your license, and then this comes in the mail a week later or 2 weeks later.